Hey, you. It's fire up your heart, children of God. That's you. That's me. It's taking a long time to get all this straight, all of me. I've not got that one thing, though. We're all right. I'm not yet. Don't worry about it. I ran into this girl once. She was on a bus. She was traveling west. For years and years, she was like obsessed with her family. She couldn't stop talking about them. I mean, she couldn't get away from them. I mean, it was a very obvious entrapment, but I don't know. It was just nuts, and it just went on and on and on. And then I just found this writing she did today. She goes by a few different nicknames, so it's hard to really know. And then sometimes the camera's like, she don't even look at all the same. So who knows, right? I mean, this should just be some weird AI thing going on. When did she pop up? She doesn't have Facebook. Sometimes she did. And she changed all of her beliefs like within a 10-year span or more. I mean, you're talking almost like flip-flop over to another dimension with still some lingering liberal ideas, but very lingering at this point. No, I really am. I honestly, I think I'm like a true liberal. I don't know what this other group is. It's like, no, I'm more of a libertarian with, I do believe the government should be active. We should work in a team effort. If they get too big, we have the right as people to put them back down in their place. Like, it doesn't even have to be violent. It's just like, no, you guys are fucking up, and we the people are telling you so. So anyways, I found that, blah, blah, and when she gets going too, like, you don't want her to get going about stuff, like, wah, 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 it just goes on and on. Anyway, so she got this question today. What is the psychological impact of lying, and why do we value honesty? What are we doing? She's talking really loud. Yeah, I am, because the volume, sometimes I don't get it right, sometimes I'm too loud. So just be annoying out of the gate, and then you can turn it down. Gotta keep those vocal cords working. What is the psychological impact of lying, and why do we value honesty? And if I see typos here, because Heather, and several other nicknames, that's on my birth certificate. We'll just say that. So this is my take on it, and I hope it doesn't shut down. Oh yeah, hurry up, yapper rapper chappers. Ooh, that's a long one. Lying is betrayal. Betrayal creates untrustworthy society and people. Nothing is genuine, nor can very many people and leaders be trusted. It's like funny. Oh no, she's not going to start this business, is she? Guys, none of my glasses work. My eyes are actually better off without them, if that makes any sense. I have to hold this though. See, the thing is, if what mostly that comes out of the mouth is not truth, you cannot be trusted or trustworthy. We'll start over and just not interrupt herself or add in stuff, because I could, but I'm not gonna. Lying is betrayal. Betrayal creates untrustworthy society and people. Nothing is genuine, nor can very many people and leaders be trusted. Is she going to paint the ceiling yet? Oh yeah, that looks like fun. There's nothing like painting like this when your neck ain't right. But I ain't gonna bring someone else in to do it, so live with it. I'll get it done. If what most of it comes out of our mouth is not trustworthy, start over. Cut. Lying is betrayal. Betrayal creates untrustworthy society and people. Nothing is genuine, nor can very many people and leaders be trusted. If what mostly comes out of our mouth is not truth, you cannot be trusted or trustworthy. Over a progression of decades, people become mentally and physically unhealthy. Devoid of Creator God, we accept lying as normal. Then from like the free love era, 60s to 70s, which had some noteworthy ideas, I love a lot of the 60s, but there's a lot that wasn't good. And I can't get into that here. I was supposed to just read on, because there's also the part about unhealthy. If we lie to a town and say this is safe, this chemical plant we're putting in, that's a lie. Okay, see? And so when we've got decades upon decades upon decades of lying, we're devoid of true humanness. You have AIs Everything's run by a computer. People are not getting married. It's very, very sad. This is a very sad event. It doesn't mean that humankind can't rebuild itself, but a whole bunch of us are probably going to be extinct soon. And that's just the nature of things. When they get so filthy and messed up and poisoned, things have to be cleared away. I was supposed to just read this. Then from like the free love era, 60s and 70s, which had some noteworthy ideas, the rest of the movement, a full and utter mess. The whole social movement was not all bad. However, somewhere between this time and most likely sooner, we accepted lying as normal. This is human tendency. This is human tendency, some worse than others. Satan is the father of all lies. And many religions of the world are not fond of perpetual lying, and especially from leaders. Well, now we went from accept everything. No one is held accountable because everyone lies. Some people identify as animals, other genders, it's supposed to be making up their own gender, cancel culture, youth being groomed in establishments, and child mutilation. Pedos protected over victims, and next on the list, incest is healthy and natural. That is sarcasm, and I don't know if it's next on the list. I know they had to finally make a law down south somewhere that you absolutely cannot make babies with your sister or whatever. Pop out a few inbreds and tell you how their health and body looks. How's those little toothers in their head? Things like that. Might not be noticeable first batch, yet if that batch mingles with their sister, deformities start to be seen. What's this crazy story saying anything listed above as natural is not natural? Okay? Not enough corrupt government workers being imprisoned for crimes against humanity, Nazi-style government supported and encouraged. And because I went back up and added stuff that would need to be moved probably, but I'm not going to right now. The real concern, the list is even longer. One might say, what does this have to do with perpetual lying? The extreme lying. Someone telling you they are giving you an orange, yet it is an apple. Then you say, no, you're holding an apple and trying to convince me that that is an orange. You can say, that's a stupid example. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I do not own your speech or expression, just as you do not own mine. Okay? So under natural flow of human interaction, we follow what is natural. We cannot make truth into fiction. Natural is two bears, a male and a female, have bears. Baby bears, a boy or a girl. Two humans, male and female, have human babies, a boy and or a girl. Now, there is a clause. There have been some freak events where this just ends up happening. But there will be a determining factor later in the situation when this child has chose their gender. These deformities, and it is a deformity or fluke of nature, have occurred or did occur, or they figured out a way to change the gene pool to try to normalize it. And when it didn't really work, then they just had to feed this propaganda and do some child mutilation some more. A child born with two units, which is very uncommon in a natural setting, well, just keep on having babies with your sisters, okay, is at some point in their development, they will identify more as what's natural to them. But just having where you're one and then you're trying to push this sick thing on, okay, we're way off. This was just supposed to get read. So under natural law, of human interaction, we follow what is natural. We cannot make truth into fiction. Natural is two bears, a male and a female have bears. Okay. And a bear and a human cannot have a baby human bear. Okay. This is true. You cannot change this truth. That is unnatural. Okay. Our society has been lying and abandoning Creator God for so long. Look at the mess. So this is what lying does. Okay. And I hope that helps someone that was given to you by Heather, who lives in Southeast Michigan. She goes, her station is Fire Up Your Heart, Children of God, and that's for you, and that's for me. And then I have other pen names and things like that, but that's not important right now. What's important is that you're getting closer to Jesus before another big bang happens. But it's not going to be like a big bang where a platypus and a mermaid make babies and somehow it becomes a human. I gotta go. All right, bye.